A family of a woman attacked and killed by an alligator in Fort Pierce nearly 1 year ago have filed a wrongful death lawsuit. Taylor Hernandez shares why the victim's children believe the company who owns the neighborhood are responsible for her death.
Bill Surge described his mother Gloria as healthy, vibrant, and strong.
I never could have imagined the agonizing way in which my mom spent the final moments of her life.
She was killed while walking her small dog, Trooper, in her backyard when a 10-foot alligator dragged her into the retention pond behind her home.
If Spanish Lakes had taken any measure of common sense, of reasonable action, Gloria would be here today.
Gary Lesser, a lawyer for the Surge family, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the owners of the Spanish Lakes community. He says their investigation found that both people who live in and worked in the neighborhood fed and named the alligator.
Amazingly, Spanish Lakes actually posted no warnings about the existence of these dangerous alligators they knew about. There were no warnings to its residents in the weekly newsletters.
Gloria Surge's family and attorneys say she walked Trooper in her backyard near the retention pond because it's against Spanish Lakes community rules to walk dogs in areas not designated for pets, like along the street. She received an eviction warning in 2020.
This could have been prevented. This should never have happened. And God willing, it will never happen again.
I spoke with Alec Wen from the company that owns Spanish Lakes. He said they have not seen the lawsuit yet and can't comment on allegations made.
Anywhere else in the country, this would be like Main Street news because there's an alligator in your neighborhood. In Florida, it's like, there's an alligator. There's lots of those. But development company, housing authority there that was in charge of this area, they had to know that thing was there. I mean, of course, it was common knowledge. They kind of acknowledged that people had named it, they fed it. It's not super out of the norm in Florida, for an alligator in a lake and something like that. However, having notice of it, they should be absolutely aware of the danger that can present, especially to older people that can't move fast enough, things like that. I mean, this is completely foreseeable that an alligator of that, especially of that size, that thing was huge, that it's going to eat somebody. That's what they do. That's not good for a community to have alligators running around loose. So this whole thing about not being allowed to walk the dog on like the street or sidewalk or having a designated area for that and it being prohibited from what it sounded like, and she could only walk her dog, around or near that lake. If the housing authority or company is aware of the alligator and that rule, oh my God, like you set her up. The weakness in their case is that the lady actually knew. And it sounds like she's been there for 20 years. If you know that there's an alligator in there, that kind of puts you on notice. And she didn't do anything to complain or say, hey, maybe we should get this alligator out of here. It's kind of an interesting question, frankly, for a jury to decide which party was more at fault. Was it the housing authority there, or did the person sort of assume the risk that such thing might happen and they didn't make any complaints and didn't actually believe it was that unsafe? So in California, this would be a home run. But Florida, who knows what the outcome is going to be. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.